Next two beautiful designers are Michelle Paganini and Jill Pinot. And so, Michelle, tell us about your style and your design work that you have here.
So I work with upcycling, and that means improving value. So what I've done primarily is worked with men's shirts because the quality of the fabric is quite good and the construction is quite good. And I call my designs classic with an arty twist. So this is an example of 3 different men's shirts, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
with an arch
awesome.
up the middle, very flattering, some pleating, so really flattering for a lot of figure types. Here's another one with 3 men's shirts, and you can see that there's a sleeve on the side. And for those of us that have lost our waist, there's a mimic of a bust, waist, and hip on here, so you can get it right back just with that design on purpose as a design element. And I like to use double collars because it adds a little bit of flair. So really what I'm doing in this case for these examples is I'm turning a man's garment into a woman, or a man's shirt into a woman's garment. And then we have one more over here where this is actually the back of the garment. You can see I did a double collar again with a split. And I got this panel from a skirt. You might be able to see sparkles on there. This is a sleeve turned upside down, so it makes a nice profile like a cocoon coat. And the front also has a little bit of accent.
Oh, fabulous.
So you can see that I play with color.
Yes.
You know, really the opposite sides of the color wheel, as well as more subtle combinations, like the blouse that I have on.
And what you're wearing, you have
Yeah.
you have that pleat in the back, has a little flare. It looks awesome. So stand up a little more and just turn around so we can just sort of see what you've done there. Very nice, very nice.
And in this one, it's on the front, you might not even notice it, but I replaced all the buttons. They were white like they typically are on a man's shirt. And I had extras, so I did just a little subtlety on here. I like the play of texture and color together, and sometimes really working in the same color scheme provides a little more interest.
Very unique and very different. And you also have patterns that you give people with.
I do. And patterns is not quite accurate. I don't know what else to say for people, but what I sell is instructions for deconstruction and reconstruction. So that anybody can go buy men's dress shirts, they can use my instructions, they fit their shoulder and the bust the way they like, and then everything else ends up being a custom fit.
Nice. Well, Jill, look at these beautiful pieces you have on your mannequins. Can we start with the ruching and the shawl on the first one? But a little bit about yourself. How did you start with your designs?
So I started about 21 years ago in March as a children's consignment store. I had a storefront of 250 square foot store. And I get bored quite fast, so I started taking all of these pieces apart and creating my own children's line.
Wow.
And from there I evolved. People were asking, oh, when are you going to do adults' clothes? And then I developed it into the women's wear. So I started pretty much about 15 years ago. I started bringing out my line.
And where is that?
We're located in San Mateo.
Oh, in San Mateo,
Yes,
okay.
and I've
perfect.
just moved to a 1,700 square foot store now, 3 years ago, also in March, and where I have opened up an academy for children as young as 8 years old, but interns, and internship programs that I offer for those who are passionate about fashion.
Sure.
And we're very environmentally friendly as well. So we have college students that come from all over the States to develop their skills and build up their resumes. And we have high school students that come in and adults as well.
Right. So
There's
these
lots of,
pieces are dresses. I mean, the one over there, this is beautiful. I love the color and the ruching on that, and the children's the design, very attractive. And I love the piece over here with the black and the gray. So is that silk? What kind of material is that?
Yes, it's silk, and then we have the bottom is actually a rescued dress that I have then transformed with. This is my new line of clothes that I have. I'm collaborating with the Bill Jackson, a photographer. So I have integrated all of his photography into my new designs, and we are moving on to doing fashion shows and representing our works at galleries as well. So I'm very, very excited.
Fabulous.
I think my forte is to find things and repurposing them for customers.
Well, first of all, I think it's so unique and so wonderful we're going to have both of you, designers at our show, because it gives people so many great ideas what they can do. Men should watch out for their
I haven't used a single one of my husband's shirts, no.
You said, okay,
Not one.
promise. And Jill, your designs, just sort of reconfiguring things, and it's just fabulous ideas. So, and you were telling me you actually took a class from Jill.
Well, I was a student at Kenyatta College, and Jill is very gracious in allowing people to come in. I actually went and interviewed her for one of my classes, and I was so impressed with what she was doing. It very much inspired me to look to see what could be done with existing clothing. So she's part of the reason I've been in business for just a couple of years now.
That is
thank you.
That is
It's
such a
just-
wonderful story. Women, I always call it women inspiring other women to do things, and the ideas are out there. Every designer that we're talking to today has that background. So much fun.
But it's great, I feel, with us designers here as a one-of-a-kind pieces, and how to express. We're not so much following the mainstream fashion industry, which is
Yeah.
sometimes a
Yeah.
little bit hard, and we're becoming all individuals, and that's what I hope, and I'm really happy that I could
And
be an
also,
inspiration.
You
I
did
know,
inspire me.
I
And I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
I loved it on the show we did together.
Yeah,
and
we
I
did a
really
fashion
loved
show
it.
together. Yeah,
Yes,
it was
I
great.
really loved it. Yeah, very
Well,
nicely done.
well, it was
Thank you.
perfect putting you two and interviewing
Yes,
you the
that
other
was
day.
really-
So be sure to look for Michelle Paganini and Jill Pinot. Oh, so look forward to the designer showcase, Step into Fashion. Thank you, ladies, for
I am
being
too.
here.
Thank you.
Hope to see you there.
Thank you.